So guys, if you have a 2019 to 2023 Harley Davidson with the Boom GTS 6.5 system, you can have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto on that system, but what that requires is you having the phone essentially tethered into the USB port that's in your side pocket. But if you've been around the channel long enough, you know I have a wireless connection, and those are by Ottocast, and that's the only brand I use. Guys, my name is Rick, and this is the HDVIBE channel. In today's video, what I'm going to do is show you the latest Ottocast wireless adapter that will work on this Boom GTS 6.5 system to give you either wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Again, you have to have Apple CarPlay enabled with either a jumper or have a headset, but this is the smallest and very reasonably priced 2-in-1 wireless adapter by Ottocast, and I'm going to tell you all about it right after this. That's right, guys. We're going to talk about the Ottocast Mini, which is in this box. Again, this is a 2-in-1 adapter. This can give you both wireless Android Auto or wireless Apple CarPlay built into one very, very tiny adapter, which you can see it comes in multiple colors, and you get some adapters, USB-A, USB-C adapters for that, depending on how your plug is on your motorcycle. Or this can even work in your automobile if you have Android Auto wired or Apple CarPlay wired capability within your car. You can just plug this mini adapter into USB-C and get all that functionality. I have it connected on the bike now, and you'll see right up here, there's the little Android Auto arrow showing up on the main screen. Now, what this does also is allows you still to use all your normal controls. So I could actually use my right control and flip over to that Android Auto sign, and it's circled in orange, and then I could press in on this right joystick and my Android Auto will pop up. Let me show you exactly how small this mini adapter is. I'm going to show you how you can hook that up to your phone via Bluetooth. And if you saw that, there is really no latency. That thing moves quickly and can get to all of the apps that are available either for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, depending on the type of phone that you have. So here is the Ottocast Mini wireless adapter. You can see this thing is tiny. Let me hold it up to my key fob so you can just kind of see the size. It's very, very small, kind of the size of a thumb drive. And obviously in those small pockets in these Harley Davidsons, that's going to give you much more room. And then you can see there's a button right here on the bottom part of that you can click once you have it hooked into the bike to disconnect the device and then connect your other device. I already have this hooked up to my Android phone. I'm going to walk you through the process that you would do to set it up on another phone. In this case, I'm going to use my Apple phone. So let me plug this back into the bike, and I'll show you all the functionality that this has for Android Auto. Then I'll show you how you would connect a new phone to it and get it up and running on your Harley Davidson Boom 6.5 GTS infotainment system. I already have this adapter linked to my Android Auto phone. The first step is you need to plug this into the bike, and that's just going to go in this USB port that's in your side pocket here, and it's very simple. Just turn it in the right orientation and plug it in, and then turn on the bike. I'm going to put mine into accessory mode. When this is not linked yet, it has a red light, and as soon as it links up to the system, it will flash a blue light that you can see right here. We'll go ahead and accept, and we'll get that screen in just a moment. This will pull up the Android Auto. There it did. It's actually going right to my Android Auto screen that I typically use, which in this case, depending on how the glare is, hopefully you can see this, I have my maps and my music, and then there's a location, I think, for that. All right, so it's, as I said, it's connected up through my Android phone, so Android Auto is what I have up. All of the apps will show up on your screen, and so all of the apps that are available through Android Auto will show up on your Harley Davidson. So I don't have a lot of apps, but I know kind of ways you can use. You can use some of the music services. I actually use Amazon Music. Your messages will show up. You can take phone calls. You can either use it with the headset or without a headset if you have Android Auto. But if you do have Apple CarPlay and you have an Apple phone, and this is not a Harley thing and this is not an Ottocast thing, but for motorcycles, at least on Harley Davidsons, you must have your headset turned on and connected to the motorcycle, or have one of those jumpers that makes it fake the infotainment system out to think that there's a headset on it so that you can use CarPlay. What I'll do now is just show you in my Bluetooth settings how that Ottocast Mini shows up in the settings. So I'll go into my Wi-Fi and you can see here it's set up CAR2-652D, and essentially after you do that initial setup through the Bluetooth, it runs through Wi-Fi and the phone is being Bluetooth into the infotainment system still. So that's kind of how this works. So what I'll do with my Apple phone is show you how to connect for the first time with the Apple phone. But the first thing you'll need to do, since I already have this on, is you need to hit this little button. There's the blue light that's on there. You hit that button and that will disconnect from my phone, and you can see Android Auto went away. So now what I'm going to do is grab my Apple phone and I'll walk you through the steps to connect. The process is going to be similar on an Android phone, but I'm going to do it on my iPhone because I've never connected this to the adapter before. So the first step you need to do is obviously plug the adapter into the motorcycle. Then you need to go into settings on your iPhone and look for Bluetooth. So I've got the phone on. I'm going to go ahead and have it search for devices, and you can see down here it's picked up CAR2-652D. That is the Ottocast Mini adapter, so you go ahead and connect there. So it'll pull up a screen like this to go ahead and pair, so we're going to go ahead and pair that. I'm not going to allow my contacts to sync for this because I don't hardly ever use this phone, but you could do that. So it's requesting pairing with the Ottocast Mini. After a little bit of time, you can see it's connected to the CAR2-652D connected on my iPhone. However, you'll see over here, if we come back over here to the screen, Apple CarPlay is not showing up. And the reason it's not showing up is because I don't have my headset connected into the bike, which I'm going to go ahead and turn on my headset, connect it into the bike, and then we should see CarPlay pop up on the screen. All right, so I got my helmet with my Bluetooth headset, my Senna Harley Davidson 50C, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that on.
Boom audio connected.
So now it is connected to the bike. It said Boom audio connected. So everything is connected up to the phone now. I've got Apple CarPlay showing up on the screen here. So now if I hit this Apple CarPlay logo on my screen, you can see I have all the Apple CarPlay apps. And you can scroll through and you can see how quickly this scrolls through, and it'll pull up my maps. I've got my music, my text messages, all of the normal apps that you can get on Apple CarPlay are now there. All right, so that is the Ottocast Mini, which again gives you that Android Auto or Apple CarPlay wireless capability. I will have a direct link to this down in the description. You can get this for under $60. I will also include my discount code with Ottocast. However, because this is under $60, it won't work on that. I'll also list out all the other Ottocast products that I have personally used, and I used this Ottocast Mini all last weekend when I was riding. The sound quality is excellent. The latency is little to none. You can use your controls on your handlebars to control what's going on. You can answer calls. You can see text messages come in. You can run music. You can run Google Maps. You can run Waze. Everything that you need right on that infotainment screen, and wireless, and you can put your phone in a safe place. You can close that pocket because this thing is so small. So guys, if you got some value out of this, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and also don't forget to go and check out this video and go right up here to subscribe to the HDVIBE channel.